A father is killed in a shooting on I-70. Police say his kids were with him. Now they're trying to find the street racers who might be responsible. Some scattered storms and strong wind across Colorado today, and there's a flash flood warning over burn scars in northern Colorado.
I don't know if I can capture that in one word. I mean, I cried and laughed and...
A mother gets the news she has been waiting for. She can finally get her daughter the COVID vaccine. And the Avs are 2 wins away from the Cup. After dominating a performance in Game 2, they are hoping to take their momentum with them to Tampa. One family should be celebrating Father's Day tonight. Instead, they are mourning the death of a father killed in a shooting on I-70 last night. He and his family may have been caught in the crossfire of a shooting involving street racers. Aurora police say the victim was driving in his pickup truck on I-70 eastbound near Colfax around 5:30 yesterday when he was shot. The man's wife and 3 children were in the car with him. They were all okay. The truck pulled over to the side of the road and the man died. Investigators say street racers may have been on the highway last night. Police say the truck was not involved in that racing, but they don't know if 2 cars were shooting at each other or targeting the man in that truck. Police are hoping that anyone, including possible street racers, can tell them what happened.
A homicide is not something that anybody wants to be a part of. So we're just asking if they were there, if they know any knowledge, anything, you can still remain anonymous and contact us and give us that information so that we can at least provide justice for this family that was just at the wrong time, at the wrong place, at the wrong time. And tragically, a father lost his life.
Police have not identified the victim. They say the family is from Colorado, but not from the Denver area. The Aurora Reward Fund is now offering up to a $10,000 reward, and tipsters can call Crime Stoppers if they'd like to share information. 6th Avenue in Lakewood is partially open again after a police stop shortly after 3 o'clock today. Lakewood police say an officer tried to pull the driver over for a routine traffic stop. Police say the driver did not pull over immediately, but eventually did between the Sheridan and the Wadsworth exits. As officers approached the car, police say the driver shot himself. We do not know how he's doing. The response led deputies to close both eastbound and westbound lanes on 6th Avenue. The state is now asking for help finding a driver who hit and injured 2 cyclists this afternoon. The Jeffco sheriff says the crash might have been intentional. Police say the driver hit the cyclist off Highway 40 between Evergreen Parkway and I-70 in Jefferson County around 9:45 this morning. CBI says one of those cyclists, a woman, is in critical condition. The other will be okay. And the Jefferson County Sheriff says they're now looking for a 2018 gray Ford Escape with temporary tags. They say the Escape has front end damage. The state has issued a Medina alert to try to find the driver. So if you see the car, please call 911. Most of us have enjoyed the sunshine and the warm temperatures today, but there have been some storms and strong wind too. Our cameras up in northern Colorado captured some stormy skies today. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for parts of Larimer County near the Cameron Peak burn scar, north of Drake and Glen Haven. So far, we have not received any reports of major damage. Closer to Denver, it has been warm with temps in the upper 80s. This week, hopefully, will not be quite as hot as last week. Let's hope. Let's also check in now with meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen. You're not sporting the Avs jersey today, Corey, so maybe just forecasting. No sports forecasting.
Yeah, no watching the Avs anymore. That sweater was a little warm yesterday, but it was worth it for sure. I think if you're superstitious, you feel like everything you do, including what you wear, kind of affects the team. So great win yesterday. You can really feel the humidity in the air today, and that has been resulting in some rain. We actually got a little bit of a brief rain shower through here in North Arvada. It was very brief. It only produced about 1/100th of an inch of water here in North Arvada, but some other places have done really well with this surge of monsoon moisture. You can see those scattered rain showers continuing to push up from the south. You see the tiny little purple area there in Larimer County. That is a flash flood warning that is still ongoing in the Cameron Peak burn scar, although the rain has moved out of that area at the moment, but that warning goes until 5:45. And then out in the Grizzly Creek burn area, there has been scattered showers, but we haven't seen any warning in that burn area. And you can see the showers moving through the Cameron Peak burn area. Now, they could have got up to 1/4 of an inch of rain in that burn scar, but That's the difference between 1 year of growth, the root growth in the soils in that Cameron Peak burn scar. If we got a 1/4 inch of rain last summer, we could be dealing with some serious impacts. This summer, just minor impacts. I'm sure there was some flooding out there in that area, but hopefully that was contained and isolated to areas that don't affect people. We'll have more on that flooding, more on that monsoon coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, Corey, thank you so much for your help. First responders are working on dozens of recommendations to improve their response following the Marshall Fire. Not quite 6 months after the Marshall Fire, we are now getting a look at the After Action Report. That report, which details what went well and what needs improvement, it lists dozens of recommendations for what needs to be done better before the next emergency. That list includes things like utilizing the wireless emergency alert system. That's the automated message you would get without having to sign up for emergency alerts. Other recommendations include better communication between the incident command and dispatchers, better control of traffic, and a communications plan to get multiple responding agencies to all talk on the same radios. One recommendation from the section on Louisville fire was about better communication around evacuations. That report said an earlier shift from trying to put out the fire to mass evacuations could have helped give more homeowners more time. More than 1,000 homes and businesses were destroyed in that fire on December 30th. 2 people died. Some of the youngest Americans are now eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine is 3 doses. It covers kids from 6 months to 4 years old. The Moderna vaccine is 2 doses. It can cover kids up to 5 years old. This is big news for the parents who have been waiting for this for a long time. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry spoke to one of them.
All right, you want me to pull up the email?
Sometimes an inbox delivers the biggest blessings.
Yeah.
The words of this email were all Dr. Lise Van Becken ever wanted.
I don't know if I can capture that in one word. I mean, I cried and laughed and frantically signed her up for the first appointment I could find.
Parents on Colorado vaccine hunters shared the news many were anxiously waiting for. The FDA and CDC announced kids between 6 months and 5 years old can now get the COVID-19 vaccine. This opens up eligibility for nearly 20 million additional children in the U.S., including Van Becken's 2-year-old.
Let me see.
Already signed up for her vaccine.
So this is not a fix-it-all solution, but it is a huge critical step that we've been waiting for. And I know lots of families now are having to make those choices of, does it feel safe? How do I do? Which vaccine? All the things that come next. And all families deserve support in making those decisions that is right for their family.
Colorado healthcare providers are already accepting appointments but won't start administering until Wednesday. The Pfizer and the Moderna both had mild side effects in young children during the trial run. The most common side effects were irritability, sleepiness, and pain where they got the shot. But for parents like Van Beckham, a moment of discomfort is worth the peace of mind when you've waited for this opportunity to be delivered.
It feels like a layer of protection that we've been missing.
Jaleesa Irizarry, 9 News.
The state health department already placed pre-orders for tens of thousands of doses, both the Pfizer and the Moderna brands. They plan to host mobile vaccine clinics throughout the state starting this week.